Hello and welcome again to River Valley Farm. Just a second here. That's better. So anyway, it is Father's Day, Sunday, June 21st. The day after all the hay got baled. I can't really say this thing let me down, but it broke again after 546, yeah, that's right, 546 bales. This chain that connects to here let go, and some other stuff went on in here. Anyway, one of the two chains that runs the wad board, the one that connects it to this to the main plunger, let go. So anyway, we got that to deal with, and that's not a huge deal by any means, but it's something to deal with. And we gotta go the other way, I guess. Yeah, there we go. But anyway, so everything else is still working correctly. We just need a new chain, which what I need to do right now is pull that chain off of there and see, is it broken at the special link or is it broken in two places, or what's going on with it. But anyway, also need to remove this thing right here, which should be as easy as getting in this toolbox. Yep, that ought to do. But this is what the drive chain connects to on this end. And it appears to have come loose and wallered and done stuff that it didn't need to do, and fun stuff like that. But anyway, let me figure out how I'm going to get that off there, and then we'll come back. Alright, so it would appear this is what bolts to the plunger right here. Okay, and as you can see, I only have one bolt in there, so one of the bolts fell out of it. Okay, this is the piece that goes through the chain back here. Goes through the chain, and then it bolts together with this piece right here. So one place where it broke was that special link that I was talking about, which, you know, this has to go here, and then you would have roller and what have you right there all together. This thing probably wouldn't be hard to make or hard to get, but we still have it, so we're still good there. This link right here, though, that could be a problem to find. And anyway, I think that's what we're going to end up having to do, though, is replace this link, which this is a number 50 roller chain, which is easy to find. But again, this link I don't know about. We're going to have to try that and see what we can come up with. But anyway, this link of a number 50 roller chain, which it has a number on it still, so it might not be as bad as I thought. What are you doing over here? I'm going to get in trouble is what you're going to do. Now get down before you fall. There ain't no soft place to land there. Come on, get down.
I just can't see in.
Well, you don't need to see in.
I just was watching what you were doing.
Okay. So anyway, 546 bales. The baler is more than paid for. Okay, even including the $65 of machine work that I had to do, and whatever else. As far as that goes, every input that I have made into actually baling hay this year is paid for. So that's good. Yeah. My alfalfa field, it's not paid for yet, but then again, I haven't cut it yet, so there you go. But anyway, so we're down to this. We ended up getting, my brother-in-law brought his round baler over and finished up what we needed to do. Finished up what I didn't get done, and he ended up getting an additional, I think, 6 or 7 rolls. Here in my backyard we got 3. he got three I guess they're 5x5 by the looks of them. 5x5 rolls in my little pasture, whatever you want to call it, back here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. So that put off quite a bit of hay. And excuse me if I seem kind of out of it, but I am. I've been doing hay for the last 4 days. Late nights and early mornings and all that good stuff. So anyway, so as I was saying, I'm going to have to investigate this chain link here. The chain is no problem. It's like 20 bucks for a 10-foot roll of chain. But that link could pose an issue. So anyway, another thing that I want to touch on real quick, because I almost got killed like 3 different times in one day while trying to do this hay stuff. I'm not gonna go into too much about the time that I was, let's see, what was I even doing? Oh, I was hauling that tractor and the hay tedder on a trailer behind my white F-250. Okay, I'm cruising along at 45, 50 miles an hour. Somebody decides to pull out in front of me. Not really a good thing, but that's normal. They do that every day, right? So anyway, the other times, or the other 2 things, okay, after I'd gotten over here with the tractor and the tedder, I then took to go tedding hay. So I tedded the 9-acre field that I had that night when I got back with the tractor and tedder. I drove it here to my house, tedded this little field here the next morning, and then I went back a little ways past the 9-acre field, which is about 2.5 miles. Okay, 2.5 miles back past the 9-acre field that I worked on, and tedded another couple little spots over there that a guy gave me to get baled and get out of his field. So on the way over there that morning, I waited until, I'd say it was probably close to 10 o'clock in the morning before I left here because of dew and everything else and that, and I wanted to ted this little field back here. So anyway, I'm going down the road on my little tractor here, got the tedder on behind, and we're cruising along at our walloping 16 or 17 miles an hour, whatever it'll do. Okay, now in between there's a place where I can pull over and let traffic go by. So I pull over, stop, let traffic go by, and there's nobody else coming. So I get back out on the road and go on again about another 3/4 of a mile. You come up to the elementary school. So I get right at the turning lane where you can turn right to go into the elementary school. I mean, like literally the tractor is past the entrance to the turning lane. And this lady passes me in her black Ford-made SUV, and then proceeds to turn into the school. Not real smart on her part, okay? Not smart at all on her part at all, but anyway, that's what she did, and it was kind of, it's a good thing I wasn't traveling on something that moved a little bit faster, because I probably would have ran into the side of her car. Next thing, later that morning, after I'd gone and tedded those 2 fields, I was headed back to the 9-acre field to drop off the tedder, and let's see, yeah, I was going to get my truck and then go back home, or back to the home farm, get the rake and the baler. So, going back over there, and I stop, or you know, I'm headed back down the road. I mean, literally, it's like 1,000 feet from one place to the next, so it's not a big deal at all. So watch this and tell me, go ahead in the comments and tell me what you think I'm telling this driver behind me when I do this. Get down, bud. Down, 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 down. Come on, down off the tractor, please.
What now?
Just hush. Okay, so I'm driving down the road again. I'm doing my 15 or 16 or whatever miles an hour. Okay. I look back over my shoulder. I don't slow down off the throttle or nothing, of course, because I'm still not quite to the driveway yet. And like I say, I'm going like 15 miles an hour. So, I do this. And I go on. I stick my arm out like so. Okay? This tractor doesn't have turn signals, doesn't have flashers. I did have a properly displayed slow moving vehicle sign on the back of the implement. And then I point out the side like so. What does that mean? Does that mean it's clear to pass? Not where I come from. But apparently here it does now. That's left turn signal for those who didn't know. If I wanted to turn, if I was going to turn right, I would point like that. Okay? I will leave my language that I use to the individual alone because, well, you know, there are tender ears present. But anyway, some things just kind of really irritate me, and people who don't pay attention or don't understand basic rules of traffic, I guess. Of course, maybe they left that, you know, the arm signal, turn signal thing out of the driver's education book by the time this person got their driver's license. I don't know. But anyway, it's kind of very, I don't know. Like I say, I about got killed twice in the same day. My brother-in-law came with his tractor and a wagon to the 9-acre field the following day. Or no, it was that same day, actually. And he about got ran over trying to make the same left-hand turn. Now, mind you, it is on a curve, but it is not by any means a blind curve. And his tractor actually had turn signals, and he was using them. So, anyway, as I said, this is just some of the things that'll just irritate a guy, I guess. So, I guess that's it for now, guys. I've got to look into seeing what I can do about these chain links and stuff. Like I said, the chain's no problem at all, but the one link that it has is going to be a bit of a problem by chance. I don't know that, but by chance it could be a problem just because it's a double link type thing there. But anyway, so yeah, that's where we're at with this thing. It's supposed to rain for the next several days, so maybe we'll be all right. Won't have to get too crazy and go trying to straighten this or anything so I can get back to work. But anyway, stop. So, in other events, let's see, like I said, 546 bales through this thing. Then we got an additional seven or eight 5x6 round bales, or 5x5s, I think. Yeah, 5x5 bales is what he's got set up for. So anyway, had a lot of hay, really we did. Every bit of it sold, so don't have to worry about that too much. except for the round bales. I just said, here, brother-in-law, you can have those for baling them up so we can get them off the field. But anyway, so yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Oh, the knotting issue that I was having with this thing. It is a product of having too much hay going into the baler at one time, basically. This thing won't break a shear pin unless the material is too wet to bale. And I mean, like if it's 16%, it'll break a shear pin. But if you're getting too much material into it, which another thing we might look at too while is the knife or the plunger, the main plunger, wherever it's at back here, rolling. But yeah, this knife right here, we might look at it and see if it's our weight. It's right here. Yeah, the knife's right here. We'll probably, which it feels nice and sharp and everything's right with it. And there's a little bit of a rolled edge at the top. So I may yank it out of there and sharpen it too. Probably be well off to do so.
What are you talking about? It didn't latch.
Huh? I'm not latching it. I was talking about the knife in here. There's a knife in here that cuts the hay off.
Let me see.
Well, just feel in there.
Okay.
Right here. Right there.
I touched.
Yeah, you can touch it. It's not going to cut you. You feel that angle right there?
Mm-hmm.
That's the knife. Okay? Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's it. I've rambled on long enough about what I'm going to have to do to this thing now to make more hay. And anyway, it's not going to be an expensive fix. It's just going to be that I'm going to have to do it. I'll probably go ahead and get enough chain to replace both of these chains that run this wad board, as they call it. Although there's really nothing wrong with this one. But then again, there wasn't really anything wrong with the other one either. So, yeah. And then, let's see. What else have we got going on here? I would like there to be less slack in that one. And that's pretty much... And this is the one that drives your pickup. See, that's one of the great things about this baler. You can break, you know, pretty much any of the chains on it and not have too much of an effect on anything. You know, this pickup drive chain can break and it not cause any damage to anything. The wad board drive chains can break, not cause any damage to anything. The chains over here that drive the pickup and the auger, they can break and you're not going to damage anything. Okay. The only one that if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, if it does cut loose, that could cause you a headache, is this one right here that drives the knotters. That one could cause some troubles. It really could, but anyway, for the most part, it wouldn't be a big, huge deal either. But other than, of course, you know, if the needles are jammed in the bale and then the plunger strokes and busts them when they break, you know, it's just one of those things. But anyway, like I said, we're going to go ahead and do a little odds and ends going over because it's supposed to rain for about the next week anyway that I can see. Or well, they're calling for a significant chance of rain all the way through the 5th of July and probably beyond that. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. We got a few things that we need to work on. For instance, this thing here seems a little loose. I don't know. Like I say, we need to just spend some time going over it, I think. Looking it over. Checking for worn out stuff and going from there. So, I've said this enough times now, but thanks for watching. I'm going to leave you alone. Enjoy the rest of your Father's Day. I'm going to try and do mine. And we'll get back to you later.